right up and down the court. He's their second leading scorer, but what you have to like about Ron Hale is his athletic ability. Can rebound, defend, and he can score.
Ken Herbeck brings Dunedin within a 62 record. They're also very athletic. Keith Ellis, the senior, is their leader.
Keith Ellis is their leader. They have to get him the basketball. 1993, as you can see, all-county honorable mention. He needs to have a big night for Dunedin to be in this game.
Now, our second game will feature O'Galley versus the Clearwater Tornadoes. Let's look at how they got to the semifinal game.
Once again, both teams like to put some points on the board. As you can see, O'Galley with 98, just hitting the century mark, and we know Clearwater likes to put it up often.
O'Galley comes in with a 5-4 record, and they're led by a guard by the name of Jason Fugelberg.
Well, Jason does so many things. He can shoot the ball, he can distribute. You can see he's a 3-year starter, so we know he's experienced.
Rudy Coffin brings the Clearwater Tornadoes in with a 7-0 record. They're ranked second in the state in 5A, and they are led by one of the best guards in the nation, Josh Pastorino.
Josh Pastorino, he can flat out do it all. You can see last year, Pinellas County Player of the Year. He can shoot on the inside, shoot on the outside, and look for him to have a big evening.
Two good games coming your way next in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Tournament right here on Channel 9.
There's a new pet. Chia Pet, the pottery that grows. It's fun and easy. Soak your chia, spread the seeds, keep it watered, and watch it grow. Grow a collection of fun with Chia Pet puppies, kittens, turtles, bunnies, plus the new chia frogs, pigs, hippos, and chia trees. Ask for it by name. The pottery that grows.
The Chia Pet's available at Eckerd, Rite Aid, Walgreens, and Kmart. Makes a great gift.
Chia Herb Garden comes with everything you need to grow 6 different herbs indoors. Seeds, pots and saucers, plant food, instruction booklet, even chia growing mix. A great gift for anyone. Just plant your herb seeds, water, add plant food, then put them in a sunny spot, and makes cooking fun and tasty. Chia Herb Garden.
The Chia Herb Garden is available at all Target stores. Makes a great gift. Get yours today.
Back at the Jack L. Wilson Memorial Gymnasium at Clearwater High School. First of 2 semifinal games here in the tournament. The Largo Packers in the blue and Dunedin in the white. The Packers control the ball. Off the glass immediately scoring is number 20, Ron Hale, the man we featured in our pregame show.
Largo wants to get out and run. They did a nice job early on. Man-to-man.
Starting the man-to-man, this is Keith Ellis. He's the big player for Dunedin. Inside and putting it on the floor is Desmond Lee. Back out to Ellis. Ellis blocked, rejected nicely by Ron Hale.
Dunedin also comes out in man-to-man.
Jason Labonte getting the start at the point for Largo this evening, number 12. Ryan Bowers, their normal starting point guard. Kicks it inside and stolen away by Matt McFadden. And out of bounds.
And Brian, the big story early is, of course, Eric Harris averaging 22 points again and 7 rebounds, is not in the game to start this one off.
Some disciplinary action. Harris and Bowers being sat down by Rennie Taylor. We'll see how long that lasts. This is J.J. Scavuzzo with the ball. Now back over to Ellis. 2-0 Largo early in the first of 2 semifinal games. Ellis off the dribble, banks it home, and we're tied at 2.
Well, that's his game. He likes to take it to the foul line, create for himself, and he did a great job there. Got a nice pick.
Hale, 15-footer, a little strong. Rebound comes down to Ellis.
That's obvious. Without Harris, Hale will be the go-to guy.
Transition rejected, but a foul called. Antoine Ham used a nice pump fake, had it rejected, but he was fouled on the way up. That was Dale Simpson who committed the foul. First foul against him and the first foul against the Packers. Ham will shoot 2.
Brian, as Largo starts off the year at 4-2, you look down their lineup, they got some tall guys, 6'8", 6'7", 6'8".
Very athletic team, the Largo Packers. They come in at 4-2, and 0 for 2, Antoine Ham, and we remain tied at 2. 6:36 left in the first quarter. Working against a 2-3 zone configuration are the Packers. Kick the ball inside. Simpson skips out to the other side to Roberts, and Roberts' offensive foul will be called against Justin Roberts.
Good call by the official. Sliding in there was Antoine Ham, who did a great job of slipping in underneath, getting the charge. And Largo seems to be a little bit out of sync right now without Eric Harris. See how long Rennie Taylor keeps him out of this ball game.
This is Scavuzzo. Ham back to Scavuzzo. He's running the show from the point, working against the man-to-man. He's being guarded by Jason Labonte. Kick it back out to Desmond Lee. He'll reset the offense.
You know, we talk about Largo's defense. You can see what we were talking about in the open. They play man-to-man. They play it well.
Good dish inside off the glass. Antoine Ham from Scavuzzo. And that one off the top of the backboard. It comes down, however, to Roberts. He can't get it. And Simpson, good offensive work on the boards.
That's what Largo's going to have to do. Get on the boards hard. They don't have their one-on-one player out on the floor, so they have to crash the boards hard.
We're tied at 4. Scavuzzo trying to dribble by Labonte. Cuts him off now. Picks it back outside to Lee. And a pushing foul is going to go against Ron Hale. That's the third team foul early here in the first quarter against Largo.
Tell you what, Brian, J.J. Scavuzzo has a great handle. What I mean by that is he can flat out dribble the basketball. He's a little bit out of control, though, and on that one got lucky to be bailed out by a foul.
Scavuzzo will inbound. Good backdoor lob to Ellis. Ellis can't get it, and the rebound kicks over to Hale. Roberts had it rejected, but they will call the reach-in foul.
Both teams seem to be a little bit out of sync early on, and you would expect that.
The foul against J.J. Scavuzzo, excuse me.
Now, free throw percentage, free throw shooting in high school basketball is something that it really needs to be looked at as a whole. These kids can all shoot to 3, but a lot of teams struggle at the free throw line. It's not exactly a free shot anymore, Brian.
And Roberts misses the front end. He'll get one more. Justin Roberts, 6'8", and he is a senior. And he comes up empty, so free throws have been a tough shot, as Ryan mentioned, in this one 0 for 4. Both teams now 0 for 2. This is Desmond Lee. Looking for the cutter, but not a lot of movement off the ball by Dunedin.
What you have to like about this Largo defense is they get around the picks. They don't switch and take the easy way out, creating mismatches. They get over top the screens, and that's why they're holding teams to under 50 points a game.
This is Ellis. Scavuzzo a long 3 off the back rim, and it kicks out to Tyler Albert. Albert has it stolen by Scavuzzo. 2 against 3. They'll take it hard to the glass. Throws up a wild shot, and the rebound comes down to Dale Simpson. There's a steal by Matt McFadden. The game's gotten ragged in the last 30 seconds or so. McFadden takes it coast to coast. Nice play by McFadden, the senior guard.
Well, the difference there was McFadden was under control and going to the goal. Said only 10 total points here in the first quarter.
Roberts with a tough turnaround shot, can't get it to go.
Both teams love to run the basketball. As you can see, no one's really setting up the half-court offense. Kazoo, I'd like to see him take a little more control here. Call a play that they know they can get a good shot.
Scavuzzo, the junior guard, 5'10", running the show, gets it to Ellis. Ellis to Ham. Has it rejected. They're going to call a foul, however, against Roberts, and that'll be his second. Our three officials this evening are Fred Schaff, Gary Bozich, and Kevin Stein. Eric Harris checks in now for Largo.
Yeah, it didn't take long, did it, Brian? 3 minutes and 9 seconds. The big gun comes in. 6'4", only a junior. He averages 22 points a game and 7 rebounds.
And also checking in is Mike Richardson, who replaces Justin Roberts, who picked up his second foul. And will shoot 2. And we still have not had a free throw go down in this first quarter.
And I really believe if Dunedin is to get into this ballgame, they're going to have to get some sort of motion on offense, or at least run the ball on a fast break, because this standing around.
And he comes up empty, 0 for 6 now from the line. He gets it back, however, Ham kicks it out front. Scavuzzo puts it on the floor. This time he converts on the shot. Left-handed layup, and it's an 8-4 Dunedin lead. Looking back door and thrown away as Labonte was trying to get it down low to 22, Mike Richardson.
J.J. Scavuzzo got a little dipsy-do in his play, as we see early. Likes to go between the legs. Nice reverse right there. As long as he stays under control, he'll be all right.
That jump shot is no good. And a rebound stole away by Ellis. Scavuzzo shuffled that pivot foot before he put it on the floor, and traveling will be called. Largo has committed 5 turnovers in this first quarter. Dunedin just committing one right there. It was Rennie Taylor, the Largo coach, looking on. Labonte along 3, way off. And the rebound kicks out of bounds off of Scavuzzo. Richardson had come up with the offensive rebound.
Brian, you expect Eric Harris to give him a lift coming off the bench, but he has yet to put one up. Inbounds play now. We'll see if we go to a play designed for him.
This is Hale. He has it stripped away. Scavuzzo will bring it the other way. Good hustle by Hale to come back and cut him off. Desmond Lee, nice drop step off the glass. Desmond Lee, pretty play.
And credit Scavuzzo, who had his head up the whole way and found his man down on the baseline. All the point guards, you have to always keep your head up. It's your job to distribute the basketball.
Ellis for 3. Can't get it. Tapped up and in by Hale. Ron Hale at 6'7", going hard to the offensive glass.
His stature not that big, only 170 at 6'7", but he's a jumping jack.
He's a pure athlete. Ellis off the dribble over. Hale comes up short. Labonte the other way. Outlet to Ellis. Ellis lays it up and in. There, Harris make that. Eric Harris, excuse me.
And maybe that will get Eric Harris jump started. He can light it up. If you get him going, it's tough to stop.
This is Desmond Lee.
They need to get Keith Ellis a pick.
He gets it back to Scavuzzo. And try to dish it inside, but nobody there. Harris transition off the glass, count the basket, and he is fouled. He'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
That's a big-time basket as he switches to the left hand on the way in. Often you'll see a guy in this situation try to go with the right, which is his more powerful hand, but he does a great job switching over to the left. Great body control. He'll go to the line now to try to cap it off the 3-point play.
You can see why Eric Harris is their leading scorer. And finally, we have a free throw find the bottom of the bucket. And it's now an 11-10 Largo lead. Harris has given his team a boost, putting them to the lead.
Harris almost half the points. Remember, he didn't start.
Scavuzzo again forcing the action and throws it away. A little bit out of control.
Exactly, Brian. He needs to calm down.
Harris, nice jump step for another bucket. 6 now for Harris off the bench.
Well, Scavuzzo's the point guard. It's his job to keep everyone else calm down. He needs to take a deep breath out here, regain his composure, and get his team into their offense.
The foul called in on the reach-in.
You can see what Dunedin's game plan is, though. Apparently is to drive and then have the wings come in off the side and pick someone up when someone from Largo comes to help out.
The foul was called against Ryan Bowers, who's just checked into the game at the point for Largo. Almost stolen away, but he comes down to Dunedin. Scavuzzo for three. Nothing but net for J.J. Scavuzzo. And we're tied at 13 with 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
You see more and more of that at the high school level. All these kids can shoot the three-point shot. It's been around for about 5, 6, 7 years now, and everyone's shooting it.
Travel called against Harris. 7 turnovers now for Largo. Here at Jack L. Wilson Memorial Gymnasium, the first of 2 semifinal games in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Tournament.
Dunedin has to get Keith Ellis in the game, and that's not the way to do it.
Ellis tried the jumper, and Hale with good defense rejected it. We're tied at 13 after 1. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament on Vision Cable's Channel 9.
It set the standard in do-it-yourself books. But now, we've made the best even better. Introducing the all-new Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. With new color illustrations, step-by-step instructions, and a new spiral binding so books lay flat. It's never been easier to save money and create the home you've always wanted. You'll learn how to build a deck your family will enjoy for years. The tricks of the trade to install a patio. Call now to examine decks, porches, and patios, free for 15 days. Keep it for the introductory price of just $9.99. Use your credit card and get this Stanley tape measure absolutely free. Other volumes will follow. Keep only those you want. Cancel anytime. The new Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. We've made the best even better.
Call 1-800-652-2112 now to examine the all-new decks, porches, and patios for just $9.99. That's 1-800-652-2112.
Back at Jack L. Wilson Memorial Gymnasium at Clearwater High School, first of 2 semifinal games in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament. We're tied at 13 between Dunedin and Largo. Dunedin in the white, Largo in the blue. Matt Fresh puts it on the floor, kicks it back out to Desmond Lee. He thought about it, decided better of it. And Ellis is fouled by Ron Hale, a little too aggressively leaning on. That's the second foul on the 6'7" junior, so he will have to be careful. See whether Rennie Taylor gets him out of the game or stays with him. We're just into the second quarter of action. Brian Unk's back along with Ryan Burr.
Ellis at the forward position, taking the much taller Hale inside. Maybe that's what he has to do. He's giving his dribble up way too quick, though, on the outside.
Largo in that man-to-man. Lee puts it on the floor, got caught in the air, and they're going to say he traveled before he threw it off the leg of Ron Hale.
Desmond Lee can go both ways. The guard and the forward, averaging about 9 points a game. He doesn't like to shoot the outside shot, though, as we can see early. He really likes to penetrate and create a shot that way. 5
turnovers now for the Dunedin Falcons. Falcons stay in that zone. Jump shot from the corner is no good, and the rebound is ripped down by Matt McFadden, the 6'2" guard. Crossover dribble, off the glass, can't get it. Rebound comes down to Richardson, and he is fouled on the reach-in, and they'll call that foul against Keith Ellis, and that'll be Keith's second. So the 2 big players now for each team with 2 fouls. Hale for Largo at 6'7", and Ellis at 6'4", with 2 fouls for Dunedin.
And Brian, even though Dunedin did not convert there, they're much better when they're in the open court. That's how they seem to be getting their points, keeping out of the half-court offense.
Both of those players we talked about do remain in the contest. Good look into Simpson for the nice backdoor bucket. That's how you beat the zone, Ryan.
Ryan Bowers with the no-look pass. You know, that's how they teach you to do it. The team shoots layups, they're going to beat you all night, and Ryan Bowers, credit him with a nice pass.
You beat the zone by passing the basketball. They did it to perfection on that exchange. Did the Packers three-pointer. Scavuzzo off the rim. Kept alive by Hand, but they may be calling him for over the back, and they will. Antoine Hand picks up his first foul. He got a high, but they say he got a piece of the player that was boxing him out. That's the 4th Falcons team foul, 6:18 remaining in the second quarter.
Well, they bring Ryan Bowers in for a bit of a different look. You know, he'll distribute, he'll pass the rock around, get everyone else involved.
Harris in the corner, back to Bowers. Hale will fire at the 18-footer. He knocks it down. Ron Hale. They call it a three-pointer. It is a three-pointer, so that was more than an 18-footer.
6-7, folks, shooting the three.
Scavuzzo trying to answer back. Too strong. Rebound comes down to Harris. He'll push it the other way. 3 against 1. Hale on the wing, lays it up and in. That's how you run the break.
Ron Hale, just a great athlete, inside, outside. And Dunedin needs a timeout as Largo's gone on a 7-point run here. Ron Hale leading the way.
Kent Herbeck has seen enough. His team trails at 20-13, 7-point run to start the second quarter for the Packers. Let's look at that break one more time.
That's how you do it. You go to the middle of the court and you distribute to the side, and Ron Hale just too big, too much agility, too much talent. She goes strong to the goal. Lucky didn't pick up a foul there on Dunedin.
7 points now for Ron Hale. Let's take a look at the Largo huddle. Cheerleaders out on the court. Ron Hale, one of the better athletes, one of the good prospects, really. Ryan at 6'7", can run and can jump, needs to get a little bigger body. Some people think he maybe needs to have a little more intensity the entire contest. The youngster still learning how to play the game for the full 32 minutes at the high school level.
But the thing you have to like about him is you can see the raw ability. That's stuff you can't teach. You can't teach the speed, the jumping ability. And by the looks of him early on, hitting the three-pointer, going strong to the goal, he's got the full package. Needs to get in the weight room. That's the important thing now for him. At 6'7", you have to go about 215 before you're real comfortable inside banging bodies.
Of course, the first of 2 games here from Clearwater High School. The second game will have O'Galley against the second-ranked Clearwater Tornadoes, second-ranked in 5A in the state of Florida. Ball put on the floor, kicked back outside to Schaefer, now to Fresh.
Coming out of a timeout, let's see if they try to get the ball inside.
And another lazy pass. This one picked off by Hale. They'll push it the other way, and the ball saved, but right to Fresh. Matt Fresh coming back and playing good transition defense, the senior. Scavuzzo in the corner. Driving and rejected. Nice rejection there by Michael Richardson. Also another one rejected. This one by 21, Dale Simpson. Harris with a spin move off the front rim, and he's fouled on the way up, and they'll call that one, I believe, against Antoine Ham. 2-4 they call it against. That is Jeff Schaefer, so that will not be Antoine Ham.
Brian, you want to talk about athletic ability. Just watching Eric Harris is fun to do. He just does things by instinct, by reaction. The spin move, he's going to go to the foul line now. And you can see why this guy is over 22 points a game.
As that nice stroke from the free throw line, gets the rotation on it.
I like his game in the open court. Largo has to continue to run.
He's 6'4", and he's a junior. Hale 6'7", and he's a junior. 2 good-looking juniors for Rennie Taylor and the Largo Packers. Nine points now for Harris. Remember, he sat out the first 3.5 minutes of this contest. The Scavuzzo down the baseline. Threw it right to Harris. Don't know what he was looking at. Harris the other way. Transition left hand and down. 11 points now for Harris.
Just too quick in the open court is Eric Harris. Once again, Scavuzzo's just got to sit down and relax, pull back and relax his team. He's a little bit out of control. Team now down by 11.
Jumper off the dribble, thrown up wildly by Jeff Schaefer, and over the back is going to be called against Desmond Lee. Dunedin now starting to get a little bit frustrated, trying to force some things, some over the back. Checking back in will be Keith Ellison. He will replace J.J. Scavuzzo. So we'll see who goes to the point. It might be Matt McFadden.
Well, Brian, they have to get Ellis involved. He's their go-to guy. He really hasn't had any good shots thus far.
Hale inside off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound put back up. Again, second effort knocked down by Mike Richardson. Simpson missed the first one. Richardson came back with his second attempt and knocked it down. 13-point lead now for the Largo Packers.
Dunedin needs a basket right here. They need one bad, and they got one.
Oh, can't get it, but Ellis on the other side drops it down. McFadden with a beautiful move, just didn't finish. Fortunately, Ellis was there for the putback. Three-pointer, Harris kicks out to Bowers. That ball knocked out of bounds by Matt Fresh of Dunedin. Largo will retain possession. There's Kent Herbeck, the second-year coach of the Dunedin Falcons. Rennie Taylor calling timeout. 3:28 remaining in the second quarter. Largo leads at 26-15. We'll take a timeout. Be back with the rest of the second quarter action. Watching Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Tournament on Vision Cable's Channel 9.
How will you deal with it? Are you? Gauge yours in Russell Athletic NFL Air It Out. Sponsored by Gatorade. It's the NFL National 4-on-4 Flag Football Tournament for players of all ages and experience, and it's coming to your town. So stop by Sports Authority or Farm Store or call 1-800-680-PLAY to air it out.
Alley-oop to Rowe. Lou Rowe. Showtime, baby. The ball will be a slam. Oh, good one. Runs it. Alley-oop to Kellogg for three. He hits it. Inside Canby. It's a slam. He got it.
College hoops all season on Sunshine.
Back at Clearwater High School, 26-15, Largo leading Dunedin. And Dunedin trying to get back in it, Ryan.
McFadden does a great job of penetrating. Then Ellis there to pick up the loose change. Deposit a big basket. Dunedin on the verge of getting blown out, down by 13. That's a big hoop for them. They need to do it on the defensive side of the ball.
They had been outscored 13-0 until that two-pointer in this second quarter. Still a 13-2 run by Largo. 3:19 remaining in this second quarter. The Packers lead it by 11. Bowers for three, way short. And there's a push going to be called inside as good position was established by Dale Simpson going hard to the offensive boards. Keith Ellis picked up his third, Ryan, and that's a big foul.
Big foul. But Largo's height advantage inside, the size, the muscle, starting to take its toll on the much smaller Dunedin team. Let's have another look. The air ball three, but inside what you have to look for is no one boxing out for Dunedin. Largo gets in there. Dale Simpson with an easy rebound. He's now at the free throw line.
Justin Roberts is checked back in, number 24 for Largo, to replace Mike Richardson. Front end of the 1-and-1 knocked down by Simpson. Dale is a 6'4" senior. And he gets one of two to give the Packers a 12-point lead at 27-15. McFadden running the show at the point now for the Falcons. This is Desmond Lee. Good look inside, but
they need to get Desmond Lee the ball.
Edwin Mack couldn't hold on to it. And a foul has been called, I believe, against Eric Harris. That'll be his first. And it'll be 1-and-1 situation now for Antoine Ham.
A very low-scoring first half for Dunedin, only 15 points at the 2:57 mark. It's important not to try to get it all back at once. They need to start converting the foul shots. You can't stress that enough. These are you're supposed to be rewarded when you're sent to the foul line.
And Ham knocks down the front end. He'll get one more opportunity. Try to bring his team back to within 10. Important for Dunedin, Ryan, to stay within single digits at halftime. 2:57 remaining in the first half, and he does bring them back to within 27-17.
And they have to do it on defense. Any coach will tell you, you have to get back in games with defense.
They're playing that 3-2. The wing is open. Nice skip pass. Bowers. Three-point attempt is long. And again, going hard to the offensive glass. The ball comes down to Roberts, but he couldn't handle it. Could not handle it. As Tyler Albert was the man trying that three-pointer. has it stripped away. Quick hands there by Dale Simpson. Bowers brings it the other way. Bowers in traffic, dumps it off to Simpson for the layup.
And Bowers is a heady point guard. He gets down there, gets the ball to the people that have the best chance of making the basket. I like him in charge of this team. They have so much athletic ability.
Putting the ball off on the floor was Schaefer, but he's wildly off the glass and goes out of bounds off of Dunedin. There's another turnover. Mike Richardson checks back in for the Packers. He replaces Justin Roberts. 12-point Largo lead.
Switch to I guess they're still in a man-to-man, Brian. Dunedin needs to come up with some defensive plays.
Dunedin has just switched to a man-to-man. They had been in that 3-2 zone. Down by 12. There's that nice backdoor look inside to Richardson from Simpson.
Rennie Taylor has to just be in love with the way his team is passing the basketball. Very unselfish, getting the ball to the open man. They're shooting layups right now in the first half.
Lee with a good look inside. Rejected by Richardson. Out of the offensive foul will be called against Desmond Lee.
You can see what's happening, though, Brian, is Dunedin is becoming unsure, not taking the good shot, rushing on the offensive side, and Largo taking their time, distributing the basketball, getting layups. They haven't made a whole lot of outside shots. Frankly, they've been shooting layups, and when you shoot layups, you're going to win.
Second foul called against Desmond Lee. Tyler Albert will shoot 1 and 1. .63 sophomore, a little strong on that attempt, and the loose ball is run down by Antoine Ham. McFadden brings it hard the other way.
There's still no picks on this offense. Against a man-to-man, that's the only way you can beat it.
And there's a steal by Bowers. Bowers behind it, back to Harris, who's tripped up by McFadden. Bowers knew he didn't have the shot against the taller defender Desmond Lee, so he dumped it off to the trailer Harris, and he goes to the line to shoot 2.
He wanted to bring the Largo fans to their feet. He went with the around-the-back pass, trying to set up Harris. You can see Bowers bringing it down. He does a nice job of taking the ball from McFadden. I like what I see from this kid early on. Sees the bigger defender, goes around the back and tries to get a little highlight reel for Largo.
Harris knocks down the front end, gives his team a 15-point lead with 1:14 left in the first half. .16-point Largo Packer lead. 13 now for Eric Harris. There's yet another turnover. Bowers in the open court. Ham chasing him, comes up short. And it comes down and is rejected. Tyler Albert had a rejected. Good hustle by Antoine Ham that time for Dunedin.
Dunedin needs a basket to go into halftime with some momentum.
This is Edwin Mack. Scavuzzo back in the game. Good dish inside off the glass.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Jeff Schaefer from Scavuzzo.
Credit Largo's defense, though. They're really playing well in this first half. Man-to-man. Everyone responsible for their own guy.
Turn around, rolls in for the big guy, Mike Richardson. Richardson goes in at 6'7". 6 points now for Richardson, the junior. A lot of juniors on this Largo team. They keep playing well, Ryan. They'll be set for this year and next year. Mack with a tough jumper off the dribble. Nothing but net for Edwin Mack.
Edwin Mack showing a little one-on-one skill.
And Bowers at the buzzer comes up short, but it was a good first half for his Largo Packers as they go to the locker room with a 35-21 halftime lead. We'll take a timeout. You're watching the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament on Vision Cable's Channel 9.
Take the Sevilla Archrocker 382.
First, just let me sip on this little beauty.
Don't bother. Consumer Reports rated this one highest in shock absorption and support.
Consumer Reports.
It's the magazine that arms you with brand names, model numbers, facts, and figures to make smart buys every day. So you need to read it every month. Your subscription's just a toll-free phone call away. Subscribe and get 12 issues, including the April Auto issue. You'll also receive as a bonus the 1995 Buying Guide, all for only $22. Plus 2 free books, the 1994 Buying Guide and How to Clean Practically Anything. That's a $65.80 value for just $22. You save 66%.
Hi. Yeah, where's your Panasonic CTP 3180SF?
Ah, Consumer Reports?
Consumer Reports.
They're right over here.
Great.
Consumer Reports once a month makes you one tough customer.
Brian Unks, Ryan Burr back with you at halftime at the Jack Wilson Gymnasium at Clearwater High School. Largo leading at 35-21. Take a look at a couple of highlights. This is the way you pass the basketball, Ryan. Harris to Simpson and the bounce pass to the other side.
And that's what Largo did all first half, distributing the basketball.
And Scavuzzo with a nice drive here. He'll dish it inside the Schaefer for the layup.
Well, when he was under control, he was very effective getting into the middle of the Largo D. Unfortunately for Dunedin, that didn't happen that much.
See the statistics, turnovers, 4 more for Dunedin. Rebounds the same. Neither team shooting very well from the outside. The free throws, though, and the turnovers in Largo's favor.
Yes, those statistics a little bit deceiving. 45% for Dunedin, not that terribly bad when you consider they only have 21 points. Largo's getting it done on both sides of the court, and that's why they have the halftime advantage.
35-21, Largo inbounds. This is Bowers. Harris leads the Packers with 11 points. Eric Harris. He has the ball, kicks it inside. Good catch, but wildly off the glass. On the other side to lay it in, however, is Justin Roberts. Simpson couldn't get it initially, and that size inside really wearing down the Dunedin Falcons.
You really have to box out when you have that much size differential. You have to get your backside into them and just push them out of the paint area.
This is Steve Ellis playing with 3. Has it rejected, but they'll call the foul against Justin Roberts, and that'll be his third, the 6'8 senior. Ellis and Ham, the leading scorers for Dunedin. They only have 4 apiece.
Dunedin comes into this game 6-2, and I'll bet you Keith Ellis has never faced a line this big. He appears just like he's been used to going into the lane and shooting little float shots, and today they've been getting batted out of there.
Can't get the front end. He'll get one more. 6'8", 6'7", and 6'4" across the front, and the guards go in at 5'9" and 6'4" for the Largo Packers, a big high school basketball team. And they can bring 6'7", 6'3", and 6'4" at you off the bench. Comes up short on both ends, and the free throws killing, absolutely killing the Dunedin Falcons in this contest. That's why they're now down by 16.
And you have to think Clint Herbeck is going to have them shooting extra Monday at practice.
Good turnaround by Justin Roberts, the 6'8 senior, puts them now up by 18 at 39-21 just into this third quarter. Ellis skips it across to McFadden. McFadden has it stolen away by Hale and stolen right back by Schaefer. Ellis, 16-footer, good defense by Hale to make him alter the shot.
Ellis is not setting himself before he shoots. He's so worried about getting the shot blocked.
Harris nicely off the glass.
I'll tell you, I love this kid's game. He just comes out and plays, and he has so much ability.
20-point Packer lead, 41-21.
I'll tell you, from looking at the scores of this tournament, the game should be getting better because there has not been a close game yet.
Ellis, nice move that time to get it over Simpson.
You get the idea at halftime. Clint Herbeck said, get the ball to Ellis because he is our man. See what he can do.
Hale up and over the top with the assist from Ryan Bowers.
The senior Ryan Bowers leading the team. He hasn't made any mistakes yet. He's always put the ball right on the hands.
9 points for Hale. Lee with a jumper can't get it. Rebound comes down to Simpson. Bowers ahead to Harris. Transition basketball at its finest. Good look from Bowers.
Bowers taking over the game. His head is always up. If you want to be a point guard, watch Ryan Bowers. He's dribbling the basketball. He's not looking for himself to score. He's looking to get his teammates involved. And when you have the supporting cast that Largo does, that's very easy.
Timeout, Kent Herbeck. He has seen enough. 45-23. The Largo Packers lead it. You see Ham down on the end of the bench with the left shoe off.
At 6'3", He's one of the guys they could not afford to lose. He's an athletic type at 6'3" that can go up and compete with this Largo team. He's only a sophomore.
See now, we'll take a look at the replay of why Largo has taken this commanding lead with plays like this.
Look at the head up the whole way. He knows where everyone is on the team and finds Hale for an easy dish.
And that time, Dunedin did not transition defensively well at all. Eric Harris has 17, the junior for Largo. And again, he did not play the first 3.5 minutes of this contest. Rennie Taylor obviously thrilled with the way his team is playing. They lead at 45-23. We still have 5:42 left here in the third quarter. First of two semifinal games in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament from the Jack Wilson Gymnasium at Clearwater High. There's a nice layup for Scavuzzo.
First press we've seen from Dunedin. Nice
pass to Ham from Ellis. For Harris, excuse me. Ellis with a nice left-handed move. Pretty play. Make that Desmond Lee. Desmond Lee with a pretty play on the baseline. Going to call Desmond Lee with a foul off the ball. That'll be his third. He looks on in disbelief.
Well, with the injury to Ham, they cannot afford to lose Lee to foul trouble. See if we can see exactly where the call was made after the hoop. See him pushing away there at the end. That's what they flagged him for.
Dunedin back in the man-to-man, putting the ball on the floor. Harris hard to the board.
He is just a pretty player in the open court. Dunedin has no one that can check this guy one-on-one. When he puts just a step quicker, great handle. Only thing he hasn't done is shoot from the outside yet.
19 now for Eric Harris. Scavuzzo trying to get his team back in it. This is Lee. Jump shot no good by Jeff Schaefer. Good hustle over there by Ellis to keep it alive to Lee.
There's no 20-point shots in basketball, so they have to just get it done with what got them here.
McFadden off the glass, nice putback. Keith Ellis.
Sticking to this press.
This is Bowers. Bowers with a 3-on-1. Takes it himself. Can't get it, but Hale right there. And he misses the putback. Ellis comes up with it. Kicks it out to Lee. Scavuzzo, a long three, is short.
He's off his game a little bit tonight. Rushing his shot in the open court.
Pretty spin move, Eric Harris.
Only a junior, I'll say it again. He's a big-time performer. He's just dominating this basketball game right now. Too much ability for everyone else on the court.
Dominating it to the tune of 21 points. Jump shot by Lee off the back rim. And here comes Hale the other way to Harris. Harris just beating him down the court. Dunedin not transitioning it at all defensively.
And you know, he has not made a shot outside of 5 feet. He's dominating the game by shooting layups. He's just a step quicker than everyone else.
53-29 now. The Packers lead it by 24. Corner jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Roberts.
As Kevin Johnson says, you can't be what you can't catch, and that's the story right now for Eric Harris.
Bowers to Hale. Nice defensive play to step in there by Keith Ellis. This is Lee. Lee is hammered by Dale Simpson. He will go to the line to shoot 2.
No layup rule in effect here. Largo's had their share on the other end, but they're not going to give Lee the easy one.
Desmond didn't like that, but cooler heads prevailed, and Desmond Lee now will shoot 2. The 6'2" senior guard. And Dunedin continues to struggle from the charity stripe.
Clint Herbeck just must be shaking his head. What in the world is going on at the free throw line? But the last thing he wants to see is any of his players get fouled because they've struggled so much. It's almost been a turnover.
And he comes up empty. Offensive rebound, however, to Ellis. Mack had to reject it, but a foul. Good call as Ron Hale got caught swiping at the ball. Hit the ball, but when he came down, he got a lot of the arm.
Mack's got a nice release and hasn't played a whole lot in this game, but every time he's been in the game, he's made a difference. Got a quick release, and Hale definitely got a piece of the hand.
Edwin Mack, the senior, will shoot 2.
That's something we haven't seen a whole lot of, Brian. A free throw going down for Dunedin.
Especially the front end. One of 2 for Mack. And out of bounds as Justin Roberts couldn't find a handle, so Dunedin will control it.
Free throw shooting has so much to do with concentration. One coach once told me you should never take your eye off of the rim. And right now with Dunedin, you see him looking around a lot, doing a lot of things. 3 of 14 from the line. That's 11 points they've given away.
Mack on the floor will pull it back out to McFadden. This is Matt Fresh. Schaefer looking for help. Nobody really moving much off the ball against this man-to-man for Dunedin. Mack puts it on the floor. Nice left-handed drive to the bucket by Edwin Mack.
Edwin Mack stepping up his game here in the second half, finally getting some playing time, and he's delivering.
Falcons trapping, stolen away. Nice hands there by Jeff Schaefer.
Have to beat the trap by getting the ball in the middle.
And there's a good bounce pass into Ellis. They're back to within 19 at 53 to 34. 10 points now for Keith Ellis. And almost stolen again as Jeff Schaefer, the 6'2 senior, shown some quick hands.
I'm sure Rennie Taylor will tell him they have to get the ball to the middle. A trap is designed out of the press to trap you in the corners. Nice look in for the easy bucket. The Cardinal sin is giving up the layup under your own bucket. Looks like they got caught in a zone, or else were picked. Got caught in a man-to-man and were picked off, I think, actually. Gorgeous. Gorgeous play by Largo. Well, you can't play man-to-man under your bucket. You've got to go to a zone on that inbound, and you'll get killed every time. There's a steal. This is Harris. Harris in the open court slams it down with an exclamation point. Oh, Eric Harris. He loves to fly, and he showed us right there. 25 now for Harris. This is McFadden. McFadden out of control. And Mack on the other side is pushed as he hustled to get an offensive rebound. He'll be fouled by Simpson. Then Mack could go back to the line to shoot 2 more. How good is this kid, Eric Harris, Brian? Only in 11th grade. Take another look at it. This is just a big-time move. He's got great quickness, and we'll see the hops right here. This is someone in traffic. The defender coming. He just rises up and sends it home. Eric Harris just having a monster game right now, doing whatever he wants out on the floor. LaPriest Denson comes in for Largo to replace Ron Hale. They'll give Ron a break with 1:07 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Packers up by 23. Mack with the front end. They'll get one more opportunity. But Mack off the bench has had a solid game offensively, the 6'2 senior guard. Can't get the second one. Simpson pulls it down. Largo is 11-14 from the field in this third quarter. That's why they lead it by 22. Harris just getting the job done. They have no one athletically that can step up right now and even challenge Eric Harris. He's doing whatever he wants, shooting layups. Fresh for 3, runs down the rebound. Inside to Mack. Mack dumps it off to Ellis, rejected, but a foul will be called against Denson. And Harris, that last time, split the defense with a quick step, came to the jump stop, which is extremely difficult for a high school kid without traveling. Went up and got the easy layup. Right, he's listed at 6'4", and by the look at his ball handling, there's definitely a college future in store for Eric Harris. He has done it all. Keith Ellis knocks down the front end. The 6'4 senior forward will get one more opportunity. Of course, Rennie Taylor sat him down before the game. some disciplinary action.
Mack runs down the loose ball. Long three by McFadden. Nothing but net for Matt McFadden. Brings his team back to within 20.
A lead is never safe in high school basketball with the trifecta.
Richardson, pretty play by the 6'7" junior Mike Richardson.
But
and now for Richardson.
If Dunedin doesn't start to get some dividends out of their press, they're going to get blown out of this building by 40 points.
Fresh off the dribble. Mack with a loose ball. Mack with a putback, can't get it. And it goes out of bounds off of Richardson.
See that quick release that I'm talking about for Mack, though? Even though he's smaller, in basketball, you have a slow release or a quick release, and it makes a big difference. And Mack is able to get his shot off against the taller defenders because he gets rid of it in such a hurry.
And there's another steal by Harris. Harris off the glass. Harris just getting it done, beating the buzzer. 63-39. The Packers lead it by 24. You're watching the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament on Vision Cable's Channel 9.
Presenting the Smart Clapper.
How smart can it be?
The Smart Clapper lets you turn two appliances on or off at the same time, and it knows the difference. Clap twice to control one, 3 times to control the other. It's easy. Plug 2 appliances into the Smart Clapper. Then plug the Smart Clapper into any outlet. Great for hard-to-reach areas.
Clap on, clap off.
Set the Smart Clapper to away for added security. It's ready to turn on your TV and lights at the first sound it hears. And for convenience, the Smart Clapper turns on lights when you enter a dark room. Turns them off minutes after you leave.
Clap on, clap off, clap on, clap off.
The Smart Clapper.
The Smart Clapper is available at Eckerd, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Kmart, Builder Square, McCrory, TG&Y, and participating Ace Hardware. Makes a great gift.
Brian Unks, Ryan Berg back with you, the Jack L. Wilson Memorial Gymnasium at Clearwater High School. Semifinal game in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament. Largo leads at 63-39 to start the fourth quarter. They outscored Dunedin 28-18 in the third quarter. Eric Harris had 16 of those 28 in the quarter. He has 27 for the game. Ellis with a good turnaround. Can't get it, however, and the rebound comes down to Richardson. Ahead to Harris. Can't get it. He is fouled by McFadden. McFadden didn't, fortunately, foul him too hard, or he might have knocked him through the wall. Just kept him from getting the breakaway, and Harris will have to now earn it at the free throw stripe. And the fans didn't like that, Ryan, because they wanted to see another dunk.
And Ron Hale followed up with a dunk. Ronnie Hale doing the job. Watch the follow, folks. Comes in, shows us all his athletic ability. The two-hand cram for Ronnie Hale. Not going to count, but it brought a smile to all the Largo fans. We're going to have to change the name of this tournament to the Checkers Vision Cable Eric Harris Invitational Tournament, dominating this basketball game.
2 more for Harris. He now has 29. Turnovers. Dunedin's turned it over 4 more times than Largo. Mack for 3. Wild shot that time. Run down by Ron Hale. Bowers dribbling through 3 players. Now he's in trouble. Calls a timeout. And a smart play by the senior. In trouble with a big lead. Decided to burn a timeout. 65-39. The Packers will lead it by 26. 7:19 left in the fourth quarter.
And the way you have to beat the press, it was a smart play to get the timeout, but I'm sure Ryan Bowers will tell you you have to beat this press. When it's a 2-man up front, you have to beat it with the pass. They've been doing it all evening long. That's why they're scoring layups. And really, I can't remember the last time this team has shot an outside shot.
No, they've been doing it just like this. We'll show you the replay, the transition basket coming from Bowers to Eric Harris.
And Eric Harris has really been the story, just going one-on-one, one-on-two. It doesn't matter. You talk about the jump stop. You know, a lot of people will call for a walk there, but the way the rule is written, you're allowed to come to a jump stop. It's a real gray area. Some officials call that a walk, some don't.
Oh, he had Harris 2 points less than he actually had. Eric Harris with 31 points, 7 for 7 from the line, 12 for 14 from the field. That's almost a perfect evening. And again, the guy didn't play the first 3.5 minutes of the game.
This is how you do it with the pass. That's what we're talking about. There's the great
no-look pass inside. Richardson converts.
That's the way you beat the press. The ball didn't touch the floor until it got all the way down.
12 points now for Richardson. The 6'7" juniors had a solid contest. Ellis can't handle it, but it was knocked out of bounds by Hale. So the Falcons will retain possession. Jason Labonte checks back in for the Packers. He will replace 21 Dale Simpson. Simpson, the 6'4" senior's done a great job for Rennie Taylor, especially on the boards. There's another steal, and that's just a sloppy pass. Harris has had a number of steals, Ryan, but just lazy passes. Hale with the reverse, can't get it. Labonte put back, and he's hammered.
As you said, Brian, Dunedin down by this type of margin is getting sloppy, and that's not really what you want to see. You can't worry about the score. You have to go out, play your game, and even though you're not going to win this game, at least leave on a positive note.
Labonte, the senior, will shoot 2.
You have to remember, this Dunedin team scored 98 points yesterday, and they'll be lucky to make it to 50 today.
And Labonte gets the kind roll on the new rim here at Clearwater High. Rudy Coffin said he had to put it up because they ripped one down dunking, so this new rim is a little harder than the other one. They'll have to break it in properly, and I'm sure the Tornadoes will do that in the second game, much as Largo has done in this game. Packers will put up 69, and we still have almost 7 minutes remaining.
You know, Brian, you have to think that this Largo team is going to give, which either team wins this second game, a good game. I mean, they have a lot of athletic ability. The only thing we haven't seen them do is shoot the basketball from outside.
Jump shot is no good.
But their game is running, pressing, playing defense, and trying to get in for some easy shots, and it's been very effective today.
Clearwater in our next game against O'Galley. Tornadoes 7-0, ranked second in the state in Class 5A. Rejected. Nice rejection that time by Jeff Schaefer, the 6'2" senior.
See if Dunedin goes to his zone here on the out-of-bounds play.
Scavuso and Desmond Lee check back in for Dunedin. And Justin Roberts checks back in for Largo. Here's a look at the rejection. Jump shot, knocked down. Harris can shoot that 18-footer. He just did right there, and he made it look easy. He has just a smooth glide and gets up high on that release.
No, he's done everything this evening. Surprised Dunedin hasn't gone to maybe his zone defense just to see if Largo can indeed shoot the basketball. They've been man the entire way.
Well, they started in the zone. They went to man in that second quarter. This is Hale, reverse jam. Ron Hale says hello.
There you go, Ron Hale bringing everyone to their feet here. Big-time dunk for Ronnie Hale.
34-point lead at 73-39. The Packers are having a lot of fun in this one. Now they're going to say that Ellis was out of bounds before the ball was kicked, and that's the kind of evening it's been. Ellis made a nice move, but he apparently stepped on that end line.
You knew when Hale was lining up his feet, you could see it. Something magical was about ready to happen. He went to the reverse jam with a little cup in between, and as you said, Largo right now just having a lot of fun out on this basketball court.
Some frustration there by Scavuso as he was pushed a little bit by Justin Roberts, but I don't think anything intentional. Officials immediately step in. Dunedin with 19 turnovers now.
Let's take another look at it, Brian. I mean, this is big time. You can see him try to get his feet ready to go up and fly away down the runway, up, and away with a little lemon twist on the end there. Ronnie Hale exciting everyone here at Clearwater High.
He's a 6'7" junior. And Harris, the 6'4" junior. Richardson, another 6'7" junior. This is a big, athletic, and also deep Largo basketball team. Scavuso, reverse layup. Can't get it. Rebound comes down to Kenji Cooper. Kenji Cooper, a fine football player for the Packers. And that time broken up nicely. Quick hands by Desmond Lee.
And he's only a sophomore. Rushed for over 1,000 yards this year for the Packers. Quarterback, running back, receiver.
He's number 11. He'll inbound the ball. Turnaround, no good. Put back, Ron Hale. This is Mack. Mack can't get it. And Hale pulls down the rebound. This is Cooper. Good strip from behind by Edwin Mack. And Mack lays it in as Hale came down hard. Don't think Hale wanted to dunk when he saw he wasn't going to. He stopped him. 6 points now for Mack. And Mack with a hard foul against Justin Roberts, and Justin will go to the line now to shoot 2.
Now that Eric Harris has gotten his 30 points for the evening with Christmas on the way, makes like Santa Claus and dishes off a gift to his teammate.
Jeff Schaefer checks back in for Dunedin. He'll replace Keith Ellis. Just hasn't been the Falcons' night. They came in at 6-2, and they've got a very good team. The Packers came in at 4-2, and the way they're playing, Ryan, you have to wonder how they lost 2 games.
I was thinking the exact same thing. They'll go to 5-2 with this victory. And what a job Rennie Taylor's done in turning this program around. His first year, they went 5-22. The last 2 years, 16-11, very respectable. And now at 5-2 with the talent they have and the talent they have coming back, a bright future for Largo.
Reach around foul called against Jason Labonte as Roberts couldn't get the second end. 4:23 remaining in the first of 2 semifinal contests. 75-41, the Packers lead it. And we'll go down the other end and shoot 1 and 1. Tyler Albert back in the game now for Largo.
Not the place Dunedin wants to be right now, the free throw line. It's been their nemesis all evening long.
Desmond Lee will shoot 1 and 1. And he knocks down the front end. Got a pretty good rotation on that one.
He's a senior, plays the swing man.
And he gets both of them this time.
Get the ball in the middle, and you pass it by going over top the D with passing.
Cooper finds the open man. Hale, and Hale will be called for a travel. That time he got in between whether he wanted to go to the board and shoot the shot off the backboard or whether he wanted to pass it, and he traveled.
But you could see the shot that they got by going over the top. They had yet another layup, and really that's been the story of this game. Layup city for Largo.
Scavuzzo a long 3. And Hale is fouled.
The whistle's starting to come a little bit more frequent now in the fourth quarter as this one winds down. Big lead for Largo. Some of the reserves getting in.
The foul went against Jeff Schaefer. This is Cooper to Labonte to Hale. 5-footer. Hale gets it back, and he's fouled from behind by Matt Fresh. 3:56 remaining in this one. 75-43. The Packers lead. We'll be back with the rest of the fourth quarter in a moment.
If your teeth are yellow or stained, it's nothing to smile about.
But this is Dental White, the professional non-abrasive tooth whitening process used by dentists across the country to whiten their patients' teeth. Jeanette used Dental White on her upper teeth only. And just look at these dramatic results.
My boyfriend, he loves my new smile.
I was amazed at how simple and easy it was to use.
My teeth were whiter after the first time I used it.
Dental White penetrates into the pores of your teeth to lift out grime. Simply apply the Dental White formula to the custom tray and fit it to your teeth. And then wear the tray for 30 minutes. Dental White will whiten your teeth and make them more brilliant than ever. Call now and you'll get a double-sized bottle of Dental White, 2 sets of custom trays, and easy-to-follow instructions, all for just $19.95.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-652-2112 or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 shipping and handling to Dental White, Department S, P.O. Box 4943, Omaha, Nebraska 68104.
Back at Clearwater High, Ron Hale hits the second of 2 to make it 76-43. The Packers leading the Falcons. Brian Ungst here along with Ryan Burr. First of 2 semifinal games in the Checkers Vision Cable Invitational Basketball Tournament. Dunedin 7 for 20 from the line. The Packers a very respectable 11 of 17. It's 20 opportunities, and they're trailing at Ryan by 33 points. And they've only converted 7 of those 20 opportunities.
Mackenzie Cooper now getting a chance to get the football rot out of him, as they say. Playing a whole season of lifting weights and taking the poundings, different muscles for them.
He's 5'8", 155 pounds. He's only a sophomore. Very, very quick, exciting athlete.
A little bit different for us as well to make the transition. Did a game, of course, Wednesday. Be basketball from here on out.
Cooper with a nice touch on the front end. We'll get one more. And he gets both of them to give his team a 78-43 lead. 3:37 left. Fresh for 3. Rebound ripped down by Tyler Albert. This is Cooper. Cooper coast to coast. Wild layup, a little bit out of control. Scavuzzo to Desmond Lee. Lee may have been fouled, but no call. Officials are starting to let him play a little bit. Cooper.
Little helter-skelter.
Yeah, Cooper went 1 against 3. He did draw that offensive foul.
And he's used to putting his head down and going at it, right? Hey, though, throughout college, you see a lot of players that played both sports in high school, and really, it's good to do that because, as we said, it's different muscles, and it keeps them in good shape for next football season.
Well, I am not one of those as a proponent of a guy in high school, especially being a specialty person and just playing one sport. We see that, I think, sometimes too much here in Florida because of the weather and because baseball players can play all year round or basketball players can play all year round and what have you. But I think it's a good experience for all these guys who are well-rounded athletes and who aren't the 1% or less than 1% who someday might have the kind of physical abilities that'll be a pro in a particular sport. To try it all, Ryan, because then you get the full experience and you just never know what your expertise is going to be or how your body's going to develop over the years.
And there's nothing wrong with playing more than one sport. As we said, it keeps you in good shape, keeps you out of trouble.
Too many coaches try to get their players to play one sport. Three-pointer knocked down there by Pete Hamilton, the 6'3" senior guard. Pete's first action of the evening. This is Cooper. Cooper with a wild shot, swatted away by Desmond Lee.
Now you can see what kind of mentality Kenji Cooper has. It's to go to the goal.
But I saw the hole, coach, so I took the ball through it. But Eric Harris ready to check back into the contest. 1:50 remaining.
What an evening he had, Brian. Over 30 points. Did it all.
Pretty shot right there by LaPriest Denson, the senior guard.
A little bit surprised to see Rennie Taylor bringing him back in at this juncture.
There's another turnover, and Harris checking back in.
Some of the fans thinking along the same lines as me.
Some fan yelling, never know, they might make a comeback. Dunedin now with 21 turnovers. Harris is fouled as the ball was stripped, but they stripped a lot of the hand also. He made that nice drop step move that he just does so effortlessly.
Well, he's confident too, Brian. You can see when he gets the basketball, he knows right away what he wants to do with it. And when there's an open man, what you have to like about him is he's not afraid to dish it off. Often you find these big-time scorers in high school. You look at their assists and see .03, something along that line. Eric Harris, though, not afraid to do it on both ends of the court, get everyone else involved.
He's just got to stay out of Arby's before the game, I guess. 35 now for Eric Harris.
Or maybe that's what he needs.
Yeah, maybe Rennie Taylor will send him over to RBC and Ryan Bowers more often. They made a trip over there before the game, and Coach Taylor wasn't real happy about it. That's why they didn't start. It wasn't anything major. He didn't want to give anybody the wrong impression about any disciplinary action. I guess it was major to Rennie Taylor, but I guess they weren't supposed to go over there, but they were hungry and there wasn't much going on. Harris is fouled by Scavuzzo, and
you might find the whole team over there before tomorrow's championship game.
They want to know what they had for their pregame meal over at Arby's. Must have been the Super Burger or something. Here's a look at the last transition play. Kenji Cooper with a nice behind-the-back move.
He's got the ball in a yo-yo. Does with it whatever he wants, and once again, who else to the free throw line?
He gets the shooter's roll. That's the kind of evening it's been for the Packers. Everything going their way. That looked like a brick initially. It just rolled around the rim and fell in. Not a bad evening's work. 37 points now for Eric Harris.
Be a real nice test for him tomorrow against some real stiff competition. Of course, Clearwater obviously the favorite, Brian, number 2 in the state. We have them up next. Hopefully, we get a good game there. Both teams push it up and down.
O'Galley will come into that contest at 5-4, but they've got a nice team. Everybody here has been very impressed with them in this tournament. Nobody knew much about them coming in. It will be tough to beat the Tornadoes on their home court, however. Bill Gibson, the junior at 6'2", forward, knocks down the front end. He'll get one more opportunity. Scavuzzo will check out now, and he'll be replaced. And Ken Herbick emptying his bench with apparently some JV players that we don't have listed on our 15-man roster.
One player we do have listed is, of course, 14 Eric Harris, who is still out on the court. Maybe try to get him a 40-point evening before they sit him down.
Technical called against Dunedin because I guess one of the JV guys who entered wasn't recorded in the book before the game because nobody expected him to play. But when you have an 86-47 lead by the opposition, you're going to empty your bench. And they forgot to register one of these players who was dressed for this holiday tournament in the scorebook. And if they don't have him in the scorebook, I guess we can understand why we don't have him up here on our sheets.
Bit embarrassing for the young man, but also for the coaching staff, I'm sure.
Well, but it's good that they're giving them an opportunity, Ryan, to get some minutes, as they would say, on a televised tournament game and get them a little bit experienced, even though they're on the losing end by 39 points at this point with 2:04 remaining. The Packer cheerleaders enjoying this evening. They'll be back tomorrow night for the championship game against the winner of the O'Galley Clearwater contest. To follow immediately here on Vision Cable's Channel 9. I also would like to say hello to all the viewers watching statewide on the Sunshine Network. Some great high school basketball in Pinellas County this year. The number 1 and 2 teams in the state in 5A. The Boca Ciega Pirates, who won the state championship last year, are ranked number 1. And right behind them, the team we'll see next, the homestanding Clearwater Tornadoes, led by one of the best guards in the nation, Josh Pastorino.
And, of course, the Pirates are led by a guard by the name of Dane Brown, who has really been lighting it up here in the early going.
Andy Bolin had 37 the other night, shooting a lot of threes, an outside threat for Randy Schumann. He's got a great team once again, and that'll be a great rivalry between those two teams before this season's over. Loose ball, run down. Nice skip inside, and the layup off the glass by Bill Gibson. He'll go to the line to try to complete a 3-point play.
She said now it's something to build on, get these younger guys in here, and this is how you do it. Maybe the JV should have been there all along. They're doing a great job distributing the basketball. That's the pass to use there. The bounce pass is often underused, and you can see how effective it is when used properly.
No doubt about it, as Gibson completes the 3-point play, and that's one thing Dunedin wasn't doing. They were throwing some lazy passes through some quick hands up in the air when the bounce pass would have gotten the job done earlier. So the younger guy showing them how to do it. Harris off the glass, and he is fouled.
And right now, when they get him the ball, he's really just a bailout clause. When he gets it, in fact, an offensive foul.
They call an offensive foul, Ryan, instead, and Rennie Taylor smiling about that turn of events. Because when you have an 86-50 lead, you can afford to smile after a play like that. .132 and counting remaining. Hamilton. Dunedin now working against the zone. They get it inside, and a nice jump shot knocked down by Corey Thomas, I believe they said. This is Hamilton. Hamilton with a nice play after the steal.
And the younger kid's doing a nice job of full court pressure. Get up over the 50-point mark.
Harris, pretty left-hand play. 39 points for Eric Harris. He now has the tournament record.
That's obviously why they chose to put him back in the game. Get him into the program for next year, unless, you know, a couple guards in our next game might have something to say about that.
And Harris now will check out, as will Jason Labonte. He was in the record book, and he's now out of the game immediately. Number 3, Almirani comes in. Nice play right there by Richardson. Got the good entry pass, and he knocked it home off the glass, 90-54.
And obviously with a 6-2 record, now 6-3, Dunedin does have some skilled players and will be back from this defeat. But you have to look at Largo as a real threat now. I mean, they have some real athletic players.
Long three-pointer knocked down by LaPriest Denson, showing some range. At the buzzer, the shot is off. Final score, the Largo Packers win it impressively, 93-54. We will take a timeout and be back with our second contest. We have 2 semifinals as O'Galley gets set to tip it off against the Clearwater Tornadoes.
Presents high school basketball game of the week. It's the final game of the Shoney's Largo High School Christmas Tournament. Sponsored tonight by Al Estes Bonding Agency. Hi everybody, I'm Jack Taylor along with Coach Ken Robinson. We're here at Largo High School and cream rises to the top. Ken, we've got the matchup we've been looking for. The 7-1 Northeast High Vikings. They're on a win streak. They drop the opener. They win 7 straight. They come into a buzzsaw tonight with the Largo Packers. They're 7-3. The storyline of tonight's game, the height of Largo against the quickness of Northeast. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you what, when you talk about height, you talk about Largo High School. I mean, they got 4 starters over 6'2", and 3 of them are 6'5" or better. So I'm telling you right now, you got a situation with a lot of height.
Right, Ron Hale and Justin Roberts are going to have to play big tonight. They got the 3 guy, Eric Harris. He can do it all. I honestly expect 5 or 10 jams tonight before it's all over. But Northeast has the quickness. They have the defense, and Robert Langston, 6 threes last night, 34 points. He can get it going. Now, they've got Terry Weaver inside and Corey Corswell. No slouches. This is going to be a war of the big men. Fouls are going to come into play, but the boards are going to tell the story tonight.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, you're going to have to keep Largo off the offensive boards. I mean, they've got to fight a height differential in that regard. Northeast is going to have to restrict them to 1 shot. They're going to have to rebound, and they're certainly going to have to make sure that, you know, they don't make a lot of mistakes under the boards because Largo can't hurt you.
Right. It's going to be also the point guard. I like Ryan Bowers for Largo. He's their quarterback. He's pretty good. Northeast will counter with a few guys. see if they can upset that young gentleman. That's going to be a tale of the tape. We're moments away from tip-off, and before that, I'd like to bring in a special guest from Shoney. I'd like to introduce you to Rick Buerning, Vice President of Sales for Shoney. Rick, thank you for the sponsorship of tonight's game, and tell us a little bit about Shoney's involvement.
All right, thanks. This is our second year of doing a ball tournament here in Largo. It's the Christmas tournament every year. We're right next door up here in Largo, so we wanted to get involved with the community somewhat. And Largo's team this year and last year seem to be improving all the time. And the guys that are the big men in there, we've got some great college prospects looking on later on down here. And what a great way to be involved with them in the communities. I look forward to a great game.
Yeah, so do I. We're going to be right back, and thanks again, Rick, for all your involvement in Shoney. It's a class act.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's save the tip-off right after this important message.
Hello, LSD's bail bond. Yes, we can help.
If you make a mistake, you may go directly to jail. You will not pass go or collect your $200. The proper thing to do if you should get in trouble is to call Al Estes Bail Bonding for help. Remember, Big Al Estes says, don't drink and drive. Al Estes Bail Bonding Incorporated, 571-9999. A proud sponsor of Pinellas County Sports.
At Shoney, we're putting on our best for dinner tonight. Dressing up our chopped beef steak with grilled onions, sauteed mushrooms, crispy onion rings, rich brown gravy and mushrooms, or grated cheese and freshly chopped vegetables. For new dinners, each only $5.99. In fact, we're looking so good, you might want to dress up too. Nah, just come as you are. Shoney's new chopped beef steak, all dressed up just for you.
Okay, it's game time of the Shoney's LSU final championship game here, the Vikings and the Packers. As I mentioned, the Vikings 7-1, 7 straight wins. Largo Packers 7-3. We'll get a look at some of their starters. Nico Hardbrick, number 40, will come out first. He'll be playing the 3-man. Nelson Gonzalez, averaging 10 per game. We'll go with the 4 position. Very active, 6 rebounds a game. In the middle, one of the big men, Terry Weaver, at 6'5", averaging 9 boards a game. Paul Reeves will start at the 2-guard spot. Junior at 5'9", and their quarterback and point guard number 3, Kenny Watson. Also look for Robert Langston to come off the bench, an explosive scorer, averaging 25 a game. And we're at home here at Largo, so the Largo Packer fans dominate tonight. Their starter, Dale Simpson, will play the 4 forwards, averaging 12 a game. I like the way he plays, very active. Ron Hale, the junior, 6'7", he's a monster. Big Justin Roberts at 6'8", plays the center spot. The point guard, Ryan Bowers, very quick and athletic, averaging 7 a game and about 8 assists a game. And the big scorer, Eric Harris, 23 points a game. So, Coach, we've got a good matchup. Both clubs have a lot of height, a lot of speed, legitimate scorers, everything, plus they both play pressure defense. There you see it again, the height size. Coach, look at that height inside for the Packers.
Well, we alluded to one thing, that the Packers were very tall, and Northeast is going to have a big job here tonight trying to control these big guys in the middle.
And Northeast, you see, size differential, only Weaver in there, but wait for Corey Carswell to come in. He'll even things up real quick. So Weaver will jump against Roberts. Couple of big guys. See in your picture there, number 20, Ronnie Hale. Last year at the JV, boy, did he cause pandemonium at the JV level. Our officials going over a few last-minute house cleaning with our Two coaches, Rennie Taylor of the Largo Packers and Dave Redding of the Northeast High Vikings. Our officials tonight, we've got Mark Sonics in the middle, Paul Ukrin on the left, and John Sanfelico on the right. And that's been in vogue this year, the triumvirate of officials.
I think the problem they were having, some of the Largo Packers did not like that ball that they were going to throw up, so they got a new ball into the ball game.
All right, Roberts of Largo controls. Quickly they go to Harris from the perimeter. Four men across the outside. There's the pressure. Northeast and the quickness.
Well, Northeast is in a 1-2-2 zone right now. They're trying to combat.
Eric Harris will miss. Hale had the rebound. He was stepping out of bounds. He'll give it away.
I'm saying that they were trying to combat the height disadvantage by using a lot more quickness outside so that they could double down inside more.
Holbrook in the corner. Washington against Bowers. There's going to be a good matchup tonight. A lot of quickness. Backdoor cut. 2 plus the extra. Holbrook. Kamiko Holbrook makes the nice play.
Oh, that was a nice play in itself. He had to come into the trees then. There were 3 guys from Largo trying to block that shot, but he got fouled. He did a good job there.
Hey, Northeast showed them right up front that we are pretty quick. I was kind of clenching my teeth there when I saw the 6'7", 6'5", everybody going up.
Watch the replay right here. You got Holbrook going up real hard on the 3 defenders.
All right, Kamiko, only a 40% free throw shooter. He'll miss, but Nelson Gonzalez, very active. Controls the rebound. Not a great big guy, but I tell you what, he's averaging 6 boards a game. Reeves looks inside the Weaver. That shot won't go. Justin Roberts shows some quick hands. All right, the Packers going to have to take care of the basketball. Only the big men touch it. To the hole, Watson, he is fouled. It's going to go against Dale Simpson.
It looked like that guy was set in the lane for an offensive foul right there, but the officials saw it otherwise. 3 red to the line. All right, watch the replay here. Was he set in the middle there? All right, you got 3 coming into the lane. He was moving. Good call by the officials.
Got to have the feet planted. First shot by Kenny's no good, and he's a good free throw shooter, 67%. You know what I like about both these teams? They use their bench very well. Each team will go 8, 9, 10 guys deep every game.
All right, watch the pressure coming right now. This is what Northeast lives off of right here. Pressuring the ball all the way up the floor. They try to make turnovers.
Hale looks inside to Harris.
Oh, that was a great pass. A very unselfish pass by Hale inside to Harris. A good job.
One of his fortes. It's 3-2 opening minutes of the championship game of the Shoney LSU's Christmas tournament. Driving to the hole, Terry Weaver. Oh, that takes a few too many steps, does Kenny Watson.
Kenny Watson was really undecided as to what kind of pass to use. He left his feet just a little too soon and made a bad pass.
Good press breaker by the Packers and a block shot, and Hale doesn't eat too many of them. Terry Weaver comes up, takes it away. Nelson Gonzalez won't go.
Oh, boy,
Terry Weaver does.
Terry Weaver did a great job right there getting that offensive rebound and putting it back up for a layup.
It's 5-2 Northeast. Roberts looks inside, and Weaver comes across and catches Dale Simpson.
Weaver came in at a bit strong right there. One thing about Terry Weaver, he is a football player that played defensive tackle for Northeast. He looked like he tackled the guy here. All right, watch that. He went for the ball, but, hey, just a little strong.
And Corey Carswell, number 44, will check in for Terry Weaver. Eric Harris's shot off the glass will not fall, and the Packers are getting into foul trouble early here.
Well, one thing, Northeast doesn't have a lot of size inside, but the guys that they have are great leapers. I mean, number 30 right there, Nelson Gonzalez. I mean, he's about 6 feet tall, but boy, he can really jump.
That's 3 team fouls for Largo. There's Roberts. Big Justin sends a message to Paul Reeves.
Don't come into my house.
All right, Largo's still in the man-to-man defense here.
Near steal by Harris. Good pump fake by Hogg, but that won't go. Here's the guy that the Packers depend on. Now, look at that pass from Ryan Bowers into Hale, and he draws the foul. I tell you what, if Northeast is going to allow the point guard, Ryan Bowers, number 15, to dribble the ball up the floor, the Packers are going to win. Well, I don't expect them to do that, but you saw the indication right there. 2 dribbles. The young man looks up the floor very well.
Well, one key of the game, Coach Dave Redding of Northeast said before the game, if we don't beat them up the floor for the fast break, we're going to be in trouble. And here's a situation where Hale beat him up the floor, got the shot off right there and got fouled right away. All right, Robert Langston has come into the ball game for Northeast, number 21.
And it won't take him long. Right there, boom. Will not go. Corey Carswell gets the offensive board. What a matchup. Langston and Eric Harris, 2 scorers. Corey Carswell from outside. 7-4 Northeast. There's the pressure.
Bowers has done a good job right now with handling the pressure.
All right, good move inside by the big man, Justin Roberts. He wheeled as he got the pass. If Justin will go up with the ball as soon as he gets it, he's very effective. Where he gets in trouble is when he puts the ball on the floor. And the quicker little guys come in and give him a fit.
And you're right.
Eric Harris from outside. You see the quickness of the Northeast defense. And there's a foul inside. Who's it going to go against?
I think it's going to be Pete Weckner, who just came into the ball game, a 6'4" junior for Northeast. Did a little pushing.
That's foul number 4. Roberts gets off a quick shot. He'll be rewarded by a pair of free throws.
Number 33,
Weckner gets another quick foul. Didn't take him long.
All right, you get the inbounds right, inside right there, and Weckner does go up and foul.
Justin Roberts, a 60% free throw shooter on the year.
And he had great touch, I tell you, around that basket. He's going to score if he gets it in there.
I had the pleasure to coach Justin about 3 years ago here in the Largo Recreational League. I don't have to tell you what position he played, do I?
Well, point guard, maybe.
It's 7-6 Northeast. Weckner inside, loses control. It's a break. Bowers, fancy pass, Hale finishes.
Oh, boy. That was a thing of beauty right there. I mean, they got it out to Bowers quickly. He made the right decision and gave the ball up for an easy layup.
Packers take the lead by 1. 4:05 to go here, first quarter. Tournament championship, they're going to catch Eric Harris on the baseline. He doesn't agree too much. Foul against Robert Langston. It's not a shooting foul.
All right, watch the baseline right here. He wasn't set. He stepped out of bounds initially, but he caught him with a knee. Eric Harris did.
Eric Harris, 23 a game. Robert Langston, 25 a game. Guarding each other. Weckner on Simpson. They think better of it. You know, these two teams match up real well.
There's Langston inside, and I mean, he will play everywhere. That's good.
Drives and goes right into Roberts. Justin goes up, tries to block the shot and gets a little bit of the arm of Robert Langston. And unfortunately, that's 3 on Justin Roberts.
All right, watch the baseline move right here. Real cute move right there, and hey, Justin did foul him inside.
I know it's 2.
You know, this is a bold statement, but I'll tell you one thing. Robert Langston, a lot of people in the audience probably don't know an awful lot about this kid, but ounce for ounce, pound for pound, I consider him probably the finest player in Pownell County. I mean, I know a lot of people are like Josh Pastorino or Dane Brown or some of these guys there. Eat your hearts out, because I'm telling you, this guy's a total package. I mean, he can go inside, outside, and he'll defend anybody.
6-1, 165. We're all tied up at 8 apiece. 2-on-1. Looks to Richardson, who just checked in. Mike Richardson. Here, there's a nice luxury for Rennie Taylor. His center starter, Justin Roberts, gets 2 personals. He brings in Mike Richardson at 6'7". Doesn't lose a beat.
And you won't either. I mean, there will be no slippage in that one because both of them are about the same.
Bowers, nice pass to Simpson. He loses control of it. It'll go to Northeast. Advancing to the finals, Largo beat River Ridge in the opener and Countryside last night. Northeast beat Eastlake in the opener and Bradwell Institute from Georgia last night. And for all you longtime Pinellas County fans, you know who the coach of Bradwell is? Phil Price. Former Boca Ciega player, Taylor University, good player.
There's Langston on the rebound right there. And he is Northeast High School's leading rebounder as well as scorer.
There's a steal. Look out. Hey, look at that pass. No whistle.
I can't believe that one. I mean, I'm telling you, Hale got hammered.
To the hole. Watson, that will go. Wechter controls.
Look at Langston. I tell you, you can't believe this kid. I mean, he's only 6'1", but boy, I tell you, he can bounce.
And he'll be rewarded for a pair of free throws.
Watch Langston here. He goes up strong right there, and then, hey, he just goes up, and try to get the lane up, and gets fouled.
So Langston reclaims the lead for Northeast. He had 34 points last night, Ken, and 6 threes. And you know, he got most of them when Bradwell Institute went to a box and one on him. He said, you want to cover me with a box and one? Watch this. And he just lit him up.
He's special.
Good pressure by Northeast. Simpson breaks it to Bowers. Richardson's open down low. Oh, Harris above the rim. And I'm not talking about the close either.
That was a great rebound and shot by Harris.
We're tied at 10, 2:17 to play first quarter. Donnie Crum in for Northeast. Wechter can't pick it up. That's going to be a turnover. Better pick it up, Robert. The pace is fast and furious here early.
Well, one thing you got to commend Largo for, you know, they're handling the pressure of Northeast rather well, and consequently, it has gotten them a couple of layups. So they can continue to do that. They're going to be fine.
Shea Davis in as well for the Vikings. Bowers hangs. That's an off-balance shot. And that's what Dale Simpson does best. Good finisher. His first bucket.
Well, Northeast is a little short inside right now. You don't have Weaver, and then you don't have Corey Carswell in there also, so they're getting some second shots off the board.
There's Richardson with a quick outlet. To Simpson, he buries it.
And the Packers are getting out on the break, and they're running at every opportunity.
Well, they're well coached there. They know that if they can get the boards and get it to Ryan Bowers, everyone else automatically runs up the floor real quick. And you get a lot of 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s. To the hole and walking is Donnie Crum. Nice try, though.
It was a good idea, but the only thing about it, he took one extra step, and he needed it to make the pass, so that's what got him in trouble right there.
Packers are up by 4. Oh, dangerous pass.
It surely was, but he got away with it.
Dale Simpson tries from three-point range. Tough break for Northeast. They jumped a little early on that rebound.
Yeah, Robert Langston did in that regard. He went up just too soon, and the ball took a funny bounce behind him. You sort of sense this game getting away from Northeast. You certainly better get some points.
Look at that move.
Oh, and an equally great block by Hale. Hale did a good job there on his recovery to get back to even make the block. Watch the jump.
And the foul is going to go against Northeast. That was close. Ronnie Hale gets rewarded.
Ronnie Hale goes in on Shea Davis right here. And Shea Davis turned at the last second and got that foul, defensive foul.
All right, Dale Simpson will get a breather. Jason Labonte, the 6'3" senior, will check in. He's another active player. Say what I like about the Packers. They're good role players. Everybody knows what's expected of them. Nobody's really counting on to dominate. Coach Rennie Taylor goes to his bench early and often. They spell the starters almost every quarter. That's a luxury not every team in the county has.
And you're right there, Jack. I mean, every team doesn't have, 9 or 10 players that you can put into the ball game like a Largo.
Bowers playing some tough defense on Donnie Crum, but Donnie drives to the hole, feeds Gonzalez.
That was a good pass by Donnie Crum, and I mean, he just didn't handle it, Gonzalez there. Northeast has been in a full court pressure the whole game and has not made a steal off of the pressure yet.
8 straight points by the Packers.
All right, Northeast is in a man-to-man now.
Ryan Bowers for 3.
Bowers
at the buzzer. Sure is. Well, the Packers at home take a commanding lead here in the Al Estes Shoney Nike Championship game. We'll be right back.
Do you know a sports fanatic? Mm-hmm. Then let me introduce you to the Sports Fan Addict, the ultimate selection of licensed college and professional teams apparel, hats, and novelties. Sports Fan Addict has youth coverage for all your favorite teams in the hottest sports, including NASCAR. At Sports Fan Addict, more is better with an enormous selection of hats, a huge variety of no fear, and novelties. The Sports Fan Addict. 2 locations for all your sports fanatics.
Okay, we'll start the second quarter, an 11-point burst by the Packers. It's 21-10. Coach Dave Redding, it says, let's bring Terry Weaver back in at the post spot. Glenn Edwards as well, another pure scorer with excellent speed. Don't leave him open. Eric Harris misses. Did you see the board work of the Packers?
And that's what's killing Northeast right now. Largo's dominance on the board. I mean, you got to stop that.
Second and third opportunities. 13-point lead. Langston shakes, hangs, and he's going to get a personal foul called against Hale.
Robert was a little lucky right there because I'm just telling you, you had no shot, and Hale did not try to retreat any kind of way. He just backed off. He'd have had it. All right, watch Hale right here. He does a good job of making him go up. He had no shot, but, hey, he wouldn't give up any ground either.
All right, let's mark the score at 23-10. Coach Redding now brings in his twin towers to help combat the boards. Corey Carswell and Terry Weaver, both on the floor. 6'5", 6'4".
He also brought in Glenn Edwards, too, and Glenn can really jump. He was the leading scorer on the JV team last year for Northeast at about 26 a game, and he can really jump.
Well, he showed me some quickness last night, and this gym was speechless. Bowers, Hale thinks about it. And look at him work the glass. Going to stay with the Packers. Coach Redding can't believe it.
And I don't believe it either. I don't believe that one either. It looked like that certainly went off of the Packers' hands. All right, watch the play. See if you can judge it right here. It's 23.
Saved by the camera angle.
I still think it went off Hale's hands, though.
Both teams in the bonus here for the final 7:04 to play in the first half. And it looks like Northeast has been teed up. I think it's Dave Redding. There's Dave, and there's Rennie Taylor, his opposing coach. Eric Harris does the honors shooting the technicals. And why not? He's an 80% free throw shooter.
You know, we haven't talked about Largo's team as on a whole. You know, they're a very young club. And, boy, next year, boy, it should be a great, great year for the Packers. I mean, Hale is a junior. You got Eric Harris, he's a junior.
Yeah, Mike Richardson will be back as well. Tyler Albert's a good shooter from outside. And don't forget the football player, Kenzie Cooper. He'll run the point. You'll see him before it's all over tonight. Mike Richardson. Weapons, weapons, and more weapons.
Well, I think Northeast came into the ball game thinking, well, okay, we'll make them shoot the ball outside and try to double down off of the big men inside, but they haven't been able to double down any kind of way.
Northeast a little frustrated right now. They're having trouble with all facets of the game. Again, you mentioned the frenetic pressure defense. It has not resulted in a turnover yet, and we're at 6:39 to play in the first half.
One thing about Northeast, they'll give you a lot of looks. I mean, if that's not successful, they'll come back with something else.
Jason Labani from 15 rattles out, but look at Richardson. Oh, my.
Well, you can't say enough about the board work of the Packers right now. They're doing a great job inside in terms of just getting offensive rebounds.
At 6-7, Mike Richardson makes his second bucket.
All right, watch Mike Richardson right here with the offensive boards. He's going to get a great, he gets hacked right there and then had the strength to put it into the basket. A good job by him.
Tell you what, the Vikings aren't getting any breaks either. They had all the lanes sealed off. They had 3 guys inside boxing out, and the rebound comes out strong. Packers 29-12, a 19-2 run, and it's not over.
Well, the Packers have a great team. There's no doubt about that.
Driving is Langston. Look at the explosive leaping ability.
And, I mean, you know he's going to do it, too, and you can't stop it.
All right, Dale Simpson dribbles through the pressure. And they always find Ryan Bowers. Double stack.
Northeast is going straight man-to-man now.
Eric Harris.
And that's one reason he's ranked as one of the top juniors in the state of Florida right now. Eric Harris, I mean, he can flat out shoot that shot.
He got 10 points here in the first half. 5:50 to go. Davis finds Hogbrook. D'Amico can't hit it, but Langston can.
And you wonder, a guy 6'1", how he gets all these offensive boards.
He's given up 6 inches to at least 4 of the players for the Packers. Bowers off the screen of Simpson.
You know, I started to talk about Bowers a while back. Last year, Bowers was a very erratic player. But I'll tell you right now, he's gained a lot of composure over the summer. I mean, he looks real good.
He worked hard. That 3 won't go. Corey Carswell can't hit it. I think that's going to go over the back against the Packers.
No, that's against Langston, I believe, over the back.
Yeah, Ryan Bowers has put on some muscle, some size, and last year he gained that composure you were referring to.
Okay. Well, they called a foul on Hale. They said that Hale came over the back of Langston, but Langston came over the back of Simpson inside first, it looked like.
All right, Mike Richardson leaves with 4, and Justin Roberts will check back in. Justin's got 2 personal fouls. Langston misses. It comes to Bowers. Dribbles through the back and goes all the way.
That was a very good job. And I mean, he's making good decisions. Generally, you want to try to tell your point guard you don't take that kind of shot, but boy, he saw that one all the way.
Jay Davis to the hole. Gets his own rebound. Langston will clean it up.
I mean, he's making a living off the offensive glass right now, Langston is.
A 36-18 ball game was very one-sided at the moment.
Northeast did a good job of doubling down on that play right there, but they left the backside open, and I think you better watch out. Your guard's going to have to drop down to help out also inside.
All right, Kenny Watson will check back in for Shea Davis for Northeast. The alley-oop to Justin Roberts is deflected.
Well, I'm going to look for some Packer to come up the middle and get an alley-oop for a dunk here very short.
And here it is.
Oh, it looks like it, too.
Dale Simpson goes strong to the hole, and Ron Hale finishes. That's frightening when you got Hale at 6'7" and Roberts at 6'8", all crashing the boards, and Eric Harris trailing.
And you got Simpson in there also, and he's 6'5".
You got enough post players for 2 or 3 teams around the county, Coach. 20-point lead. Nice stroke is not answered by Watson. Bowers pulls up and hits. And Bowers.
Hey, Ryan.
He's got 10.
He's doing a good job of it.
All right, credit Justin Roberts for changing the angle of that shot by Langston. Vikings will get it back. Corey Carswell.
Then Carswell got away with a walk there.
Guess who?
Mr. Langston. Correct.
He's got 13. Oh, nice pass into Roberts. Won't go.
That's a good block there by Weaver a moment ago. That was Langston, though. Yeah. 22-40.
He's got 12 points here in the second quarter. 15 for the game. Keeping Northeast in it. And good defense by Kenny Watson.
That's one of the few mistakes that Bowers made here tonight, but he just controlled the ball a little too long. He probably should have gave it to the wing player there a little sooner. I think if you're Northeast right now, you're down by 18 points. The only thing that can help you right now is just to score a few points and play a little defense and go in at halftime and make a few adjustments. But you need to try to think about getting this thing down to probably about maybe 12 points.
That's an ill-advised shot. Terry Weaver from three-point range. The Northeast needs a good run here in the final 2:44 to go in the first half. And there's a turnover on the pressure. Carswell finds Gonzalez. That's his range. Nelson's having a tough go of it early. Couple free throws coming up for Terry Weaver.
Weaver did an excellent job on offensive boards right there. Was pretty relentless in terms of just going up for the rebound and hitting it a couple of times. All right, watch the replay right here. See, Terry goes up real strong there after batting the ball up one time to himself. Good job of offensive rebounding.
That's 3 personals on Justin Roberts. Tyler Albert, number 25, now in the ball game for Coach Rennie Taylor and the Packers.
Wait a minute. Hey, look what I got here. A free rebound.
And the pressure going to cause the Packers to take a timeout. But they've got a comfortable lead here with 2:26 to go. Hey, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors of tonight's game. Tonight's telecast brought to you exclusively by the big guy, Big Al Estes, Al Estes Bonding Agency. Remember, if you do happen to get in a little trouble, there's only one man to call, and that's Al Estes, proud sponsor of Pinellas County Athletics for a long time. And he'll be our special halftime guest as well. All right, you're Dave Redding. You're in your huddle. What are you telling your Vikings?
Well, one thing, he wants to settle them down. He wants to just tell them, hey, we can make a couple of defensive stops right here. Maybe we can get this thing down to 10 points, and that's where we want to be at halftime. We cannot let them continually score off of our press. So I know that's what he's telling them right there. Now, Coach Taylor, he got a timeout right there, and he sees the three going down a little bit, and I'm sure he's telling his kids, be patient, run through your press break, and make sure you get the ball in bounds, and we'll be fine.
They break it. Eric Harris takes the ball up the floor. And looks inside it. Ronnie Hale can pass the basketball.
Ronnie Hale can do a lot of things with the basketball. I mean, he can shoot it outside. I mean, threes, he can dunk it, he can go inside, and he certainly can pass, like you alluded to.
Watson drops it inside. Carswell will not go. Vikings keep the basketball. Rich Watson checks in for Roberts. Both teams in the bonus. 42-24, an 18-point lead for Largo. 2 minutes to play, first half.
I think you need to find length to put one of those threes.
Nice
good pass. That was a very good pass there.
Kenny Watson threads the needle. Bowers delivers to Hale.
You know what I like about the Packers? They're very unselfish. I mean, that pass could have went up for a shot earlier, but hey, here comes Hale down the lane right there, and you pass it to him. A good job.
Another play inside, a little feint and drive to the hole for Gonzalez. This time will not go.
Well, Kenny, you can go to the well a little too often. I think they were ready for that one.
Yeah, Ron Hale is a very pivotal player for the Largo Packers. Going to be a foul. Dale Simpson pleads his case to no avail. Hand checking number 3 on Simpson.
All right, watch where Simpson's hands are. They're in the back, and they're not going to let you get away with that. He had both hands planted in the back of Carswell right there, and that's how he got that foul.
Jason Labonte will check back in. And they'll stay with Northeast. That shot wasn't close. A little speed in the form of Glenn Edwards, 5'11" junior.
And if that name sounds familiar, yes, that's Glenn Edwards' son, the all-pro from Pittsburgh, from the Pittsburgh Steelers, that played at Gibbs High School in the early 60s.
One and the same.
Oh, boy, Langston. I mean, he made a reverse move down that baseline there.
Yeah, the quickness came into play there. Hale is big, but he's not as quick as Langston. Bowers drives. Good ball movement by the Packers. Harris to Richardson and the foul.
And again, another unselfish play. Harris had the ball up underneath the basket right there, and hey, he's looking inside the basket to somebody else. All right, you get the pass into Harris, and all of a sudden he sees the double team, he kicks it back. Good job of passing. And hey, we get 2 free throws for number 22, Mike Richardson. 22 yards.
Inside of a minute to go. And a good lesson for the young basketball players. The ball movement of the Packers. There's not a necessity to dribble the ball. They will pass the ball very quickly. And they know who it's going to before they get the ball.
Well, you look at the Packers' record, they're 7-3 for the season, and boy, you wonder who could beat them with all this height. Blue Water has beaten them twice, and St. Pete High has beaten them. But boy, I tell you, they got some quality losses. They were 22 points up on St. Pete High, and St. Pete High came back and beat them in the end.
Well, speaking of the Green Devils, they won that opening game of their tournament, Christmas holiday tournament over in Tampa, and I predict they're going to wake up a little bit in the second half of the season and be a major factor in Pinellas County basketball.
You know, it's funny you would say that, because I told somebody I don't think they'll lose a game the second semester.
Another whistle, and the Packers are racking up fouls here late in the first half.
All right, watch the replay right here. You see all the offensive glass work by the Vikings right there, getting the offensive boards. They've done a much better job here the second quarter here.
11 team fouls for Largo in the first half, 8 for Northeast. So free throws, as always, come into play.
Well, Northeast has missed quite a few of them here the first half, and I know Coach Redding is definitely going to have to say something about that.
Coach, they've been doing it all year. They're averaging 51% as a team from the free throw line.
That's not very good.
Conversely, the Packers are 71% as a team. Much better. Down to the final 20 seconds. A steal by Edwards.
Oh!
He's caught from behind by Harris.
Pierre Harris. I mean, he was elevating on that block.
Down to 5 seconds. Ahead it comes. Weaver. Finished by Langston. No. Exciting and serious this end to the first half. But the Largo Packers in their size have shown dominance early. Our score, 46-30. It's halftime of the championship game. We'll be right back right after this.
These bail bonds. Yes, we can help.
If you make a mistake, you may go directly to jail. You will not pass go or collect your $200. The proper thing to do if you should get in trouble is to call Al Estes Bail Bonding for help. Remember, Big Al Estes says, don't drink and drive. Al Estes Bail Bonding Incorporated, 571-9999. A proud sponsor of Pinellas County Sports.
At Shoney's, we're putting on our best for dinner tonight. Dressing up our chopped beef steak with grilled onions, sauteed mushrooms, crispy onion rings, rich brown gravy and mushrooms, or grated cheese and freshly chopped vegetables. 4 new dinners, each only $5.99. In fact, we're looking so good, you might want to dress up too. Nah, just come as you are. Shoney's new chopped beef steak, all dressed up just for you.
Our special guests at halftime tonight, the legendary Mr. Al Estes of Al Estes Bonding Agency. Al, thanks to you, Paragon Cable is out here to televise the championship of tonight's tournament. Thank you very much. And why don't you tell the folks at home a little bit about Al Estes Bonding and what is a bonding agency?
Bonding agency helps people that are have some problems or difficulties. We help them be released from the jail or wherever they might be confined.
Okay. Now, what about the kids of today? What message would you have for them to try to stay out of trouble and help avoid meeting you in person?
Well, I think they need to just keep trying. Don't give up on themselves and don't skip classes and just go to school and stick with it and something will break.
Okay. Have you been to Al's office, or if you're in the sports and have been for the last 20 years, this gentleman is no stranger. Trophies galore at Al Estes. It always seems that the premier teams always come to you for sponsorship. How is that, Al?
Well, I've had some good teams, some of the best teams in this county, and we've played nationwide, statewide, and all over the country, and it just seems to run that way. We have good teams from here.
That's for sure. Whether it's softball, basketball, or flag football, Al Estes is always up at the top. I want to thank you sincerely from all of us at Paragon for helping us bring this tournament together. Thanks, Al.
It's a pleasure.
Okay, we'll be right back for the second half right after this. Stay with us.
It's Carlisle Lincoln Mercury's 39th annual year-end sale, and the last sale of the year is the biggest. For year-end tax purposes, Carlisle is reducing inventory by offering every single Lincoln and Mercury at just $200 over invoice. Every Tracer, Mesquite, Sable, Cougar, Grand Marquis, Villager minivan, every new Lincoln, plus drastic reductions on all used cars, over 600 vehicles. Every new Lincoln and Mercury, $200 over invoice. Only at Carlisle Lincoln Mercury, Gulf to Bay in Clearwater.
Okay, start the second half of action. Just in the nick of time to see Justin Roberts drop step and lay it off the glass. First 2 points of the second half. 48-30 Largo with a big lead here. Good balanced scoring by the Largo Packers as well.
Justin Roberts has got his 4th foul.
Well, that's going to earn Justin a trip to the bench. Mike Richardson will come back. I mentioned some balanced scoring for the Packers. Harris with 10, Bowers with 10, Hale with 12, Simpson and Richardson 6 apiece. For Northeast, it's been all Robert Langston, 21 first half points, 21 out of 30. Steal by Robert, but it's going to be a foul. Fouls were somewhat even, 11 against the Packers, 9 against Northeast. If you just tuned in, you're watching the championship game of the Shoney Nike FC Christmas Tournament here at Largo High.
Eric Harris just canned another jumper, and they're doing it in transition off the press. They're doing a good job. The Packers are.
Outside, Glenn Edwards. Does some good touch on that shot. That's his first bucket of the evening.
You know, I don't know why I sense this, but I just think that the Vikings are going to get back in this ball game. They're going to make a run eventually.
Well, Eric Harris closes the door on that one. I have to agree with you, Coach. Remember now, Northeast is 7-1. They lose their opener to a very sharp Lakewood High team, and then win 7 straight coming into tonight's game. And a whistle inside. He draws a crowd, does Robert Langston.
You know, you want to see if he's doing something illegal in there, maybe pushing or doing something, but he's getting the ball at will on the offensive rebound. One right there, he's just there. He does a good job of getting it, and hey, he gets fouled.
Apparently with the body, Coach Rennie Taylor up there speaking with one of our 3 officials, pleading his case. First foul on Richardson. There's Coach Taylor of Largo. The lead cut to 19, 53-34.
Well, you got to make some steals, though, to make something happen.
I tell you what, that press breaker, the Packers run is effective. Look at Ronnie Hale.
I'll tell you, Hale is the truth. I mean, they deal Harris is the best player on this team, but boy, this kid Hale can play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned that in the first half. I'd like to see the Packers without Ronnie Hale. He does so much. Look at him work against Hale there as Langston trying to do a little too much. Bowers draws a lot of traffic. Takes it in, beats to Richardson. Sweetness.
That's a good job there by Bowers. He got all of the defenders off their feet at him and kicked it right back in the lane. Good job by point guard.
You know, this also shows us the strength of the Clearwater Tornadoes. Clearwater's beaten this Packer team twice in succession. You know, they've got some tools.
Well, Largo got a lot closer the second time around. And, you know, talking to a couple of their players before the game, they said that, you know, hey, they've learned from a few of their mistakes, especially being able to break the press. So they think that next time around, if they get another shot at Clearwater, they think that they're going to be a lot more prepared for that pressure.
Yeah, that was a 79-70 affair up at the Clearwater Checkers Vision Cable Tournament last week. Mass substitution here for the Vikings. Corey Carswell will check back in. And Donnie Crum. A couple of fresh legs.
All right, watch the traveler. You think he walked? That's pretty close right here. Looked like he just made a real quick step to the right, but didn't move his pivot foot.
Good ball movement. They want to go inside the Carswell. They can't do it. Gonzalez, the turnaround shot. And he returns the compliment, another travel.
It's an excellent call by the officials right there, because he certainly did walk there.
21-point game. You know, before this game, the Largo Packers girls varsity beat Seminole. Here comes Langston.
And, you know, he's fundamentally sound right there. A lot of people would have tried to go straight down the middle of the dunk and do something like that. He put it in his ball hand, the left hand there, and made a great layup.
Packers do not play tentative, even though they have the lead. Going right to the hole.
They're doing the right things in terms of passing the ball. They're looking for each other. They're sharing the ball real well.
That's 17 points for Eric Harris. Nice pass from Gonzalez to Carswell. We got a track meet in progress here. Up and down the floor.
But the lead is not diminishing. That's the thing. You can't trade baskets.
Richardson at 6'7". Too much for Gonzalez when you got that height.
Well, I tell you, you almost want to say it's unfair for Largo to have that kind of height inside, because they're making no bones about where they want to go. They want to get it inside.
All right, nice unselfish pass from Crum to Edwards. Glenn finishes.
But if you're the Vikings, you got to make a defensive stop sometime or another. And boy, right now, you just cannot trade baskets with the Packers, and that's what they're doing.
Brian Bowers tries to force it, gets away with it.
I thought Hill was going to dunk that one, but he just went up for the lift-off jumper.
Let's wait to see if here Harris getting the open court. They will take it home.
And
Bowers
you know
lifts
it's
up the
coming.
floor.
Oh, Edwards, that's a good move. Oh, boy. I mean, he did a good job of knocking it out and just did not make the recovery. A good job by Edwards.